So we're back after dealing with the worst stage in the game, and now nothing else in the game will ever become as bad as Quickman's level.
Yeah, it will probably just be boring, which is better, I guess.
I wouldn't say boring. I'd say more like they take gimmicks from earlier Mega Man games and make them not as interesting. Also, we get a second roll chip here, but those are the only 2 roll chips in the game, except for, well, there's one area where you can get more roll chips, but it's very silly.
Okay.
And only really matters if you want to actually max out your roll chips. I don't know why
I assume
you
it's
would.
not done by beating up a copy of Roll all the time like you do with the other bosses.
Also, I'm buying another unlocker and the aqua armor because we're going to a water level.
Oh right, I guess I could have used the armors in playing, but I always forgot that they existed.
Pretty sure
But hey,
I'm pretty sure this is the only water level anyways.
They really aren't good with the elements here. But on the other hand, they put a lot of effort into this one because Mega Man actually turns blue.
That was excellent!
Thank you very much. So, of course we use all of the elect chips and destroy this level.
Actually, I did not use a single elect chip. Unless you want to count elect sword, but that's only for life sword 2 anyways.
Yeah, I guess it is kind of hard to actually have the elemental chips unless you're switching stages all the time.
Yeah, there is an electric stage, but I'm going there last. For reasons.
Yes, for very good reasons in fact, but yes. So, which chip did you just get?
I'll explain that in a little bit.
Alright.
So, first I want to mention that ice... I almost spoiled it there.
Yes, so these guys, which are totally not in Iceman... Oh, I'm sorry, Iceman's original level for the...
Yes!
They always were kind of strange, the guys who can detach their heads, because they aren't in Battle Network, they're only in Mega Man 1.
So yes, this stage reuses a lot of Mega Man 1 enemies, and I hope nobody minds, but I'm farming here. Won't take long.
Yeah, it is pretty damn important. You recommended it to me when I was still trying the game out, and it definitely is a good recommendation for anyone playing the game.
Yes, these enemies drop the double jump chip, which allows you to double jump.
It's not even a double jump chip, you can jump as long as you have energy and chips left, which is kind of hilariously broken, but yeah, balance in this game, you know.
Anyways, double jump maxes out at 10 chips, so I went ahead and got 10 copies of it. There you go.
And it is pretty quick. I do say I do have to say for this game, farming is pretty easily done unless it is something that is just ridiculously rare. If you want to get a common chip, you will have it in seconds.
I can only imagine how hard farming for the Ice Cube chip, which that guy drops, is, though.
Yeah, that's a bit annoying, but it's still nowhere near as annoying as some of the chips in the actual Battle Network games can get, to be quite fair.
So yes, very much bomb hitboxes for this section.
Definitely.
It's weird, like when they hit a wall, they just start going straight up and then drop down without any horizontal deviation.
Yeah, the physics are kind of there, I guess.
So
and we also got ice physics right now.
Yeah, we got ice physics too. They're really strange. Like if you dash attack and land on an ice platform, you'll retain the horizontal velocity, and that's very funny, as a matter of fact. I wanted to use dash attack to get across there, but I decided on double jumping instead. What I did there was that if you go into the chip folder, you can change your chips in the chip folder even while you're jacked in, but if you go into the chip folder to change chips, all of the chips that you currently had will just go right back into the folder. This, however, doesn't matter if your custom gauge is full, so you can just pull out more chips.
And as we just saw, you can preset whichever chip you want or need for progression, making it less tedious to just wait around.
Also, nobody saw this coming. Iceman! I do like that background, however.
I was just about to say, yes, that is pretty funny.
Iceman, you were forgiven for all crimes for turning the waterworks into a snowfield.
Yeah, hopefully the pipes don't burst, because we all know that ice expands, of course, but yeah. Surely
Science?
won't...
In
yeah,
Mega Man?
science. Yes, especially in Battle Network. Let's just say it's magic, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Internet magic, sorry. So yeah, Random Freud cameo, who always was a very compelling character indeed.
Mm-hmm. They actually gave Iceman to his son in the anime. And bit of a strange move.
But I'd say it makes a lot more sense because Iceman just looks like a small child.
Also, check this out.
Yes.
The disappearing bricks, or in this case, ice cubes.
Yes. Which is even a little worse in this game compared to the original Iceman stage. Okay, there are less chips, but you can't see the entire screen where they appear, so you can't really plan the route out ahead.
Mm-hmm.
It's just... I'm very on these anyway, because it's just a little boring to try and figure them out. I mean, you obviously practice beforehand, but it just takes a while of standing around, and it's just not fun, you know?
It's not really that
offensively
challenging
bad,
either.
but... I mean, it's not Hitman style that you die if you make a mistake. Here it's just pointless.
Hey, you run into the clamshell virus if you do mess up. Or you just skip it with double jumps. Also,
Yeah, or you kill it.
best background ever! I love this!
Yes. They really put effort into this stage, and also the boss, as we're going to see later on. Kind of strange considering how little of it is in the other stages, but hey, we gotta give credit where credit is due. Especially considering the background, some of the others are just very lazy, especially in the normal internet areas.
Okay, here's a mini-boss. This one is obviously a rip-off of Asteroids. Describe that in 10 seconds, yes I did.
I actually really like this guy. He's fun to play around with and try out different chips on. They should have made more like this in other stages and less, nothing much of any design worth. Yeah, generally, as I said, this stage is pretty good actually. Don't have many complaints to it.
I gotta say though, these individual pieces have way too much health, in my opinion.
Or you have a too shitty buster.
Uh-huh. The firearm ship wrecks it though, as you saw. On one run of this stage, I used a firearm and there was like this huge pile of chips there, and it was like so cool.
I used shockwaves the first time, also works pretty well. Anything that has kind of an AoE to it and goes forward. You can play around here. As I said, this is pretty nice because it actually allows you to do it. Too many other things are just, well, use the strongest chip.
So, we needed to come to this area because there's a mystery data with a Waterworks code in it. It just fixes one pointless security cube, and that's pretty much it.
And still, it adds a little measure of non-linearity, at least if you're seeing, hey, there's this cube which I cannot pass yet. And it also makes this one of the few areas that actually has 3 parts to it.
Yeah.
Again, effort in this stage and not so much in many of the others.
Also, I don't know why I dived for the energy pellet when I was at full health already.
There is something dropping from an enemy, it's just a reflex by that point.
I wish we had sub-tanks.
We already mentioned which completely logical chips the mini-boss drops.
Oh, actually I have no idea what it drops. I think it drops Bubbler and Bubble V.
Yeah, because the thing it's modeled after, which uses the spreader chips,
Yeah, it's modeled after the Puffy, which drops Bubble Spread. If it doesn't drop Bubble Spread, then that means there's only one enemy in the whole stage that drops Bubble Spread.
Yeah, I think it doesn't, because I do not have many of them in my folder, and it drops a lot of chips, obviously. Maybe they did it as a balancing method, but it's just really strange.
Yeah. So, the Iceman fight. I should mention he's too short to actually slide under his legs, but, you know, that's probably something you would figure out just by looking at him.
Yeah, definitely.
Also, I most certainly did not die to Iceman and come back.
I think Iceman is a good boss. He has quite a lot of variety in his attacks, and you actually have to work a little and to dodge it, like this one here, for example. And he's not bullshit like some of the others. You can always hit him, but it's not entirely guaranteed. He actually dodges. It's a pretty nice boss.
No idea how that Buster Shot went over him, though. Also, he has the last laugh because I can't grab that coin!
No. So disappointing.
Seriously, though, his Ice Slasher goes only like 50% of the screen. I got no idea what's up with that.
Well, he is just a small boy robot.
Not really that powerful, even though he did freeze the entire waterworks and nobody except me could stop him because NPCs
Well, he's
are worthless.
trying. Most definitely.
Home in time for dinner.
Yes. We had to get this reference and bit of characterization into that somehow.
Very, very nice.